Action figures are great!
Welcome to the newest edition of TNInews with your host, JC. Hey all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to another Friday edition weekly news recap video. And we've got a lot to cover today, but before we get into the news, just a quick reminder that next week, we are less than a week away, starting next Wednesday, will be our San Diego Comic-Con coverage, which you'll be able to find on all the websites. Things will kick off Wednesday evening or night, depending on which coast you're on. Things will kick off at 6 p.m. Pacific time, but for those of you on the East Coast, of course, that'll be 9 p.m. Eastern time. So, but things will kick off with preview night. We'll get a lot of images of various products that companies have out, and then San Diego Comic-Con will go through the rest of the week. So hopefully you will be tuning into the websites for that, again, starting Wednesday evening. I will be there at San Diego Comic-Con. If you happen to see me, feel free to stop by and say hi. But for those of you not going, you can check out all the latest coverage on the websites, and then I will be doing some videos from Comic-Con as well. But for the most up-to-date news, the websites is definitely the route to go. And also, if you're going to be heading over to the websites, don't forget we have 2 contests this month where we're giving away 2 $200 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store, our sponsor Big Bad. So on Marvelous News and Toy News International, the links to those contest details are in the video description below. And if you are so inclined, you can try and win both contests, which would mean you get $400 worth of store credit, which I imagine will come in quite handy, especially with all the new reveals we'll likely see next week. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's jump into this week's news. Okay, so we'll start off with some Marvel news, and first of all, we've got to look at a new Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Spider-Man figure. This is from the Across the Spider-Verse movie, the animated movie. It is the India version of Spider-Man. So this figure has gone up for pre-order. It's available at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. The cost is about $90. You get 2 different head sculpts with this figure. You get multiple pairs of hands. You get a neck piece, an eye part, a right arm part with no bangle, a yo-yo, and 5 web pieces. So again, this new SH Figuarts India Spider-Man is available for pre-order now. We had several new pre-orders this week. So first of all, that Marvel Legends Phoenix figure, Deluxe Phoenix figure with the bird fire base went up for pre-order. It is available at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. Amazon is also carrying it. Now this one has a fairly hefty price tag. It is $50, $49.99. Now, some of the e-tailers, when this first went up for pre-order, actually had listed it at $35. Both Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth had listed it at $35 originally. Shortly after, they adjusted it to $50, and then places like Amazon, I think GameStop has it as well, Hasbro Pulse, they all had it listed at $50. So I don't know why there was the discrepancy in price. As far as I know of, anyone who ordered it at the $35, like places at Big Bad Toy Store, have not changed the price. So I assume, I won't swear to it, but I assume they're going to honor the lower price for those who were lucky enough to order it at that lower price. But, you might want to keep an eye on it just to, because again, I suppose it's possible they might adjust the price. But I figure if they haven't by now, they're probably not going to. So, but the actual retail price on this one is $49.99. And then also having gone up for pre-order this week, I talked about this previously, that Walgreens exclusive Magik figure has been reissued. So it is now available at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. This is basically the exact same figure as the one that was at Walmart with all the same, or Walgreens, I should say, with all the same accessories. So the cost of this one is $24.99. I want to say that originally it was $20, so the price has gone up. But as I say, if you missed out on that Walgreens exclusive Magik, you now have another opportunity to add it to your collection. And then not Marvel Legend related, but those new McFarlane toy posed figures or statues, whatever you want to call them, have gone up for pre-order. So 2 of them are 1/6 scale. That's the Spider-Man from 301 and the Captain America one, and those cost about $50. And then the other ones, the Deadpool, the Iron Man, the Wolverine and brown costume, and the second Spider-Man, those are 1/10 scale statues or posed figures, again, whatever you want to call them, and those are $24.99 each. And again, all of these are now available for pre-order. You can get them at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. Amazon has them as well. Yesterday, we got the preview for this month's Walmart CollectorCon event, which will be kicking off next Thursday. So we have the official images now for both the 85th anniversary retro cardback comic book based Venom figure, as well as that Shi'ar Professor Xavier in the armor figure. So if you got those yellow and blue X-Men figures, that were based on that X-Men cover, then you might want to add this one to your collection as well. So both of these, again, will be going up on the Walmart website next Thursday. Things will be kicking off at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if you want to get these, I'm not going to say they're going to sell out instantly, but just if you want to be sure you can get them, then you might want to be online around that time. Both figures are going to cost $25. Okay, and then this final bit of Marvel Legend news I want to share with you. I want to say I cannot confirm with 100% certainty that this image is legit. It hit social media early this morning. I'm not even sure of the original source. So, again, I think it's legit, mainly because if you'll notice in the background, it looks like this was taken at a factory. This image was taken at some type of factory. I don't know where, but you can see other of this figure on the ground, packaged. So it looks like somebody opened a case of these or something. So, if it was just like a one-off custom, you probably wouldn't be seeing more laying on the ground in the background. So that's really what kind of makes me feel like this is a legit image. But again, since I don't know the actual source, I don't know where it came from or anything like that, I can't say with 100% certainty that this is a legit image. But obviously, it appears to be our first look at the new Wolverine figure based on the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, which of course hits theaters next week during San Diego Comic-Con time. So I plan on going to see the movie next Thursday night after Comic-Con ends. I'm going to be going to see the movie. But as I say, I can't say with 100% certainty. I also don't know if this figure is part of a wave. Since all the figures laying on the ground in the back appear to be Wolverine, I feel like this is maybe a standalone, though even with, waves of figures, they often will sometimes ship them in solid cases. But I feel like, I'm sure there's probably, if this is a legit image and a legit figure, I'm sure there is a Deadpool figure as well. But whether it's part of a complete wave, we have seen indications from leaked distributor lists that there should be some type of Deadpool wave coming that might be a mix of movie and comic book based figures. I don't know. So it could be part of that, or again, it could be like two standalone figures, kind of like we saw with the previous movie Deadpool and the Wolverine figure that they did not too long ago. So again, I'm sure we'll probably, especially if this is legit, I'm sure we'll get the official announcement on this next week. Whether this is hitting shelves anytime soon, my guess is it'll probably be several weeks before these actually start hitting shelves, but you never know. But like I say, I feel like this is likely, though I can't say with 100% certainty, our first look at their movie Wolverine. And of course, he has the sleeves with this figure, so I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we get a version without the sleeves. We've seen both versions in the trailers and stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if, maybe a more beat up, dirty suit version at some point, something like that. This figure does have 2 head sculpts. It's got the unmasked head sculpt. It's got the masked head sculpt, multiple pairs of hands. So like I say, when we get more details, which I'm suspecting will be next week during San Diego, if we don't see anything at San Diego, then that probably is would be an indication this isn't a real image, a real figure. But again, I'm feeling it is, and my guess is we'll get the official details next week. And then keeping it with Walmart Collector Con stuff, we also have a couple of Star Wars figures that will be going up during the event. So for the Black Series, that Mandalorian Shrike Hawk Trainers 2-pack, That will be going up. And then also another one of those Holocom figures, this one based on the more recent Acolyte series, the May figure, May the Assassin figure, is which again is a translucent figure with the light up base. That is also going to be going up during the Walmart Collector Con. Also going up during the Walmart Collector Con for you Transformer fans, we've got from United, we've got a 3-pack that will feature Star Raider Thundertron, Night Strike, and Carceratron, and then also the United Star Raider Road Pig figure. So again, both of those will be going up starting next Thursday on the Walmart Collector Con. Again, that'll be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. For you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, from NECA, we've got a new Mirage Comics Crying Houn Deluxe figure. Now this one I don't believe is a Walmart exclusive, so this looks like it's going to be another one of those where it's going to be available first at Walmart, and then it'll be available elsewhere at a later time. And then speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle NECA Walmart exclusives, that Tatsu figure from the movies, another movie figure, we've seen people finding these already, and there is a placeholder page on the Walmart website for this figure, but it does not, at least right now, does not appear to be one that's going to be going up during the Walmart Collector Con. I won't swear it won't, they might slip it in, but it wasn't part of yesterday's preview. There still have been no images added to the placeholder page on the Walmart website. So right now it is really unclear when exactly that figure might be made available online. For you Masters of the Universe fans, we've got 2 Origin figures that will be going up. So first of all, we have that Origins Horde Trooper and Hover Robot set, which will cost $24.97. That'll be going up next Thursday. And then as part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle He-Man mashup line, we also have the Leatherhead figure that will be going up. One other figure which has already been up for pre-order at other places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, but it looks like Walmart's going to put it up, is that Origins Necro Chondra figure. That looks like will be available, and I think it's sold out at other places that already listed it, so if you missed out on it, then you might want to try and grab it from Walmart again next Thursday. Now, keeping it with Mattel, we also have 3 new Street Shark figures that look like will be going up for pre-order next week. Now, again, I don't think these are actual Walmart exclusives. I believe these will be available elsewhere at a later time, but it looks like Walmart is getting first dibs, or at least first pre-order dibs on these. So, Half Shark, Dr. Paranoid, and Big Slamoo are the 3 newest Street Shark figures that, again, look like will be going up for pre-order for the first time during the Walmart Collector Con event. And then finally, for Walmart Collector Con, we have several new wrestling figures that look like are going to be going up. So from Mattel for WWE, we have the Monday Night War Series 4 with the build-a-figure of NWO Dusty Rhodes. The actual figures in the wave are Lita, Razor Ramon, Triple H, and X-Pac. So again, those will be going up next week. Also for WWE, we have a new Ultimate Warrior figure, the Monday Night War Ultimate Warrior figure. So you can look for that to be going up next week during Walmart Collector Con. We've got a new 3-pack, the Samoan Dynasty 3-pack. So that also will be going up from Mattel for you WWE fans. And then for AEW from Jazwares, we also have a new Darby Allin figure. And then the final figure, also from Jazwares for you AEW fans, is a new Brody King figure. This one is from the Unmatched line with a chain necklace and alternate fists. So a lot of stuff for you wrestling fans. Seems like the majority of stuff going up is wrestling figures, either from Mattel or Jazwares. But a couple of things from Hasbro and Masters of the Universe from Mattel. So, and some Street Shark stuff. Again, not everything is an actual Walmart exclusive, but you'll definitely be able to get first dibs. And as I said, things will kick off next Thursday, which is the 26th, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, now let's jump back into G.I. Joe, and this week we had a second teaser from Hasbro for their upcoming GIJoe Haslab. So from both teasers, the first one was Cobra Commander. He's pointing at you down at the bottom. We've got that Cobra Rattler insignia, And then the second image, more recent image that they released, is artwork featuring the Baroness in a Rosie Riveter type pose, saying "We will conquer." And there was a caption, Baroness saying, that she's looking forward to seeing what Destro has planned for them. So definitely from these teasers, we can take away that it is a Cobra vehicle. It should almost be definitely be for G.I. Joe Classified. I know some people are like hoping it's going to be for 3 3/4 and stuff, but it should almost definitely be classified Cobra vehicle. Still, the theory that seems to carry the most weight is a Cobra Rattler. The first image with the Cobra Rattler symbol at the bottom. We can also, from the second image of Baroness, we can see that it looks like the campaign, again, it's going to be kicking off next week during Comic-Con on July 25th, which is Thursday, and the campaign will be running until September 9th. Now, for you Marvel Legend fans, the next Haslab after the G.I. Joe one should be the Marvel Legend Haslab for this year. So we can infer if the G.I. Joe one is ending on September 9th, the Marvel one will probably start later that month. Usually they go a week or so apart. So I'm thinking, either mid to late September for the Marvel Legend Haslab campaign. And then whatever it is, which my feeling is still Fing Fang Foom, but we'll see. That's really more of a guess than anything. But that will be on display at New York Comic Con in October. But again, things will kick off with the Haslab G.I. Joe on Thursday during San Diego Comic Con. It is unclear. I've talked about previously how Hasbro has announced a G.I. Joe fan stream that same day. That'll be broadcasted on the internet, on their YouTube channel for anyone to watch, so you don't have to go to Comic Con. I don't know if that's when they're going to launch the Haslab. And then there's also going to be a G.I. Joe panel at San Diego Comic-Con, but that's going to be much later in the day. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern time. Now, in the panel description put out in the latest Hasbro press release, it definitely suggests that they're going to be launching the Haslab there. However, I still wouldn't be surprised if they actually launch it during the fan stream, that's going to be on YouTube for everyone to see. And then we'll kind of relaunch it again there at Comic-Con. But we'll have to wait and see. It definitely will be launching on the 25th, whether it's in the morning or afternoon / evening, remains to be seen. But it will definitely be launching sometime on Thursday the 25th. So we'll have full coverage, whether it's during the fan stream or at Comic-Con, we'll have full coverage of it. We'll bring you pictures from both the fan stream and actual San Diego, whatever they show us at San Diego. We'll have full coverage of that at Toy News International. And going back to Marvel real quick, with the press release that they put out this week, I talked about this on Wednesday in pretty detail, but I just wanted to point out in regards to the Hasbro Comic-Con exclusives, all of which have been said they'll have limited quantities available after the show for those who don't attend. For G.I. Joe, it's the Was a Man Cobra Commander. For Marvel Legends, it was that Death's Head figure, the original Death's Head. The thing I want to point out is in the press release put out by Hasbro, they list everything but the Marvel Legend figure as a convention exclusive. For the Death's Head figure, they list it first to market. So I don't know if that means, I'm not 100% clear, but as I read it, it says that's actually not a con exclusive. They're just going to make it available for the first time at San Diego, and then it'll be available elsewhere at a later time. Or maybe it'll just be Hasbro Pulse, I don't know. But they make it sound like that is the only figure that they're going to be doing during Comic-Con that isn't actually a Comic-Con exclusive. So I feel like that figure will be more readily available to everybody. Again, they will be making all their con exclusives available in limited numbers on Hasbro Pulse, probably the week after the show. Sometime, we don't have a date for that, but they have said those will be available on Hasbro Pulse. But they say limited quantities, so probably depending on how many is how many they actually sell at Comic-Con. And of course, this year is the first year in since before COVID where they actually will be selling the exclusives there at Comic-Con. Okay, now let's jump over to Super 7, and Super 7 has continued to reveal new Comic-Con exclusives or figures that they will be showing or offering for the first time at Comic-Con. So we've got a new Ultimate Power Ranger figure, a glow-in-the-dark Lord Zed figure. So this is going to be available at Comic-Con, and then they are saying there will be limited quantities available afterwards on the Super 7 website. According to them, it'll be on Monday, July 29th. So again, a glow-in-the-dark Lord Zedd Ultimate figure. We've got a new Voltron reaction figure that, again, will be available at Comic-Con with limited quantities available on their website afterward. We also got an official look at their Thundercats Ultimates Ghost of Groon the Destroyer figure. So this is another translucent figure. We'd seen an image of this figure leak out months ago, and that image actually was not correct because it showed Groon with 2 teeth. You can see with this new image that they fixed that. Now this figure is not going to actually be available at Comic-Con to purchase, as in, walk away with. You can pre-order it that weekend. I believe both at their booth or pop-up store that they'll have there at Comic-Con or online. And if you pre-order it that weekend, they're saying you'll get free shipping on it, and then I believe it'll be available without the free shipping starting on Monday. But Groon the Conqueror, again, will not be actually available, but you can pre-order it that weekend. We also have a new Lion-O figure with light-up eyes. This figure actually has multiple heads. It looks like it's a completely new body for Lion-O. You get multiple heads, including, again, the light-up eyes, a few additional accessories we didn't get with the original Lion-O. So an updated Lion-O figure, again, will be on display. Both the Groon, this one, and the Mumm-Ra I'm going to talk about in a minute will be on display at Comic-Con, but not actually something you can purchase and walk away with, just pre-order. So Lion-O, and then also Mumm-Ra with light-up eyes and chest will be available at Comic-Con as well. So, or available for pre-order, I should say. And then also online, and just like with the Groon, if you pre-order it that weekend, I think you get the free shipping, at least for domestic pre-orders. And then available for, without the free shipping afterwards. As I understand it. It's all kind of confusing, but all those 3 Thundercat figures is not something you'll be able to go, for those going to Comic-Con, you won't be able to actually buy it there and take it home with you. You can just pre-order, and then again, pre-order it on the site. I guess the advantage of pre-ordering it during the weekend is to get the free shipping. Going back into more turtle news from Playmates Toys, we have a bundle set that's available on Amazon. So this is the original sketch figures. These are the painted versions, the green, the regular colored versions. There's the black and white versions that'll be offered at San Diego Comic-Con. But these are the same figures basically that were offered at Target as individuals, but you can buy a bundle set with a comic book on Amazon. And the cost of that is $70. It's available for pre-order now, again, on Amazon, and it's supposed to ship out to folks in September. And then jumping back into NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we had several figures go up for pre-order. These had been available other places, but are now available pretty much everywhere that carries NECA Turtle figures, including our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So the Last Ronin accessory set is available for pre-order. We have the Foot Ninja from Mirage Comics, classic colors. The Foot Enforcer figure, also in classic colors from Mirage Comics. The Elite Guard Ninja figure, so again, classic colors from Mirage Comics. And then finally, the Kirby figure and the Baxter Stockman, also from the Mirage Comics series. Those 2 figures had previously been available at Target, but now again are available at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Now, if you've been collecting any of the Nacelle line of action figures, this includes Biker Mice from Mars, Sectars, Roboforce, Cowboys of Moo Mesa, Power Lords, they have struck an exclusive deal with Walmart. So Walmart, starting around October timeframe, will start carrying some of these figures. Now, it's probably going to vary from store to store. I don't know if these will be available on Walmart.com. But in this deal, they're going to have certain variant versions of figures from each of these lines that will only be available at Walmart. So we don't have any kind of specifics on how these figures will differ from regular versions and what figures exactly. Just that they've struck this deal with Walmart. So basically, Walmart will start carrying some of these Nacelle figures, and then again, Walmart will have some exclusive variants that they'll be offering as well. So when we get more details on this, I'll be sure to let you know. But again, Nacelle put that announcement out this week. Jazwares has announced their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for this year, and as far as I can tell, these will only be available at San Diego Comic-Con. I think I don't recall them making their exclusives last year available online at any time, so I believe, and they didn't mention these being available online at any point. So I believe you will have to attend San Diego to be able to get these, or you'll have to look to the secondary market for these. But the exclusives they announced, we've got a new Hello Kitty plush. I doubt you really care about that. A new Star Wars Micro Machine, or Galaxy Squadron. Sorry, not Micro Machine, but Micro Galaxy Squadron, X-Wing Fighter, and TIE Fighter from the Fighter console game. So, kind of based on this game behind me. So that's going to cost you $100, with the neon type colors on them. We are also going to be getting some squishables. I don't think most of you watching here really care about those. Something called Jailbreak. I'm not even familiar what that is. A Pokemon set that's going to cost $100. And then for AEW, Kenny Omega dressed as Captain America, basically, kind of, in a Captain America type getup with a shield and everything. So that one is going to cost you $40. All right, let's finish off with some news on McFarlane Toys. I already talked about how those Marvel Pose statue figures have gone up for pre-order this week. McFarlane Toys also had a new licensing announcement. They're going to be doing 7-inch articulated figures based on the Boom Studios comic book series called BRZRKR. I don't know if that's an actual pronounceable word. I've never read this comic before, but it was created by actor Keanu Reeves. So it's probably pretty cool, but again, I really don't know anything about it. But again, McFarlane Toys has announced that they will be doing 7-inch articulated figures based on this comic book series from Boom Studios. Going up for pre-order today as a McFarlane store exclusive is the new DC Collector Series, or DC Multiverse Collector Series, Jonah Hex with his horse, the General. This is a 2-pack that is going to cost you $70. Again, it is being offered as a McFarlane store exclusive, at least here in the United States, and it is available for pre-order now. McFarlane Toys also launched a new crowdsource item or items this week. And no, it was not for that medieval Spawn figure that McFarlane has teased a couple of different times over the last several years. I don't know if that will ever come or not. Maybe they'll tease it again this year at San Diego. It was a year ago at last year San Diego is the last time they teased that. But this is for the DC Superpower line. So this has several different tiers that you can back. This launched earlier this week on Wednesday, so we talked about this in my live stream. It actually launched as soon as basically as I was going on Wednesday. But it needs a minimum of $600,000. That's the funding goal for it. It's got over 19 days to go still. Right now, as I'm filming this, it's at $113,033. So it still has a way to go. Again, there are several different tiers that you can back at various prices. So basically, you've got a vehicle, the Black Manta Sea Saucer. Again, this is for the DC Superpower line. So these are the 5-inch kind of retro-like figures. So the Black Manta Sea Saucer, which costs $20. There is the Black Manta Sea Saucer with Black Manta and Aquaman. That will cost $35 if you want the vehicle and the 2 figures. And then there's also, for you Batman fans, there's the Bat Multicraft. That's $30. If you want the Multicraft with a Batman and Robin figure with soft goods, that will be $45. You can buy just the 2 vehicles. That is also $45. You can get the 2 vehicles and all 4 figures for $75. There is the 2 vehicles, the 4 figures with an additional 89 like Batman figure and a T-shirt. So that will be $90. Then there is the all 4 figures, the 2 vehicles, and an autographed card from Todd McFarlane, and that is $100. So again, various options for the DC Superpowers line. It's got 19 days to go, $600,000. It's just a little over $100,000 right now, which it's, like I said, it launched on Wednesday. So we'll have to see if it reaches its goal. But kind of a weird thing to do a crowdsourcing for, but there you go. And like I say, whether we ever see that medieval Spawn figure that McFarlane has teased several different times, remains to be seen. My guess is probably not at this point, but I'm sure somebody will ask him about it next weekend at San Diego. And then finally, a new statue that will be going up for pre-order on July 22nd. That'll be available pretty much everywhere. This is based on the Spawn Batman #1. This is a 1/8 scale statue of Spawn, and it's based on Greg Capullo's artwork. So again, that'll be going up for pre-order on July 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. But again, we are very close to San Diego Comic-Con, which will be kicking off next Wednesday. I will be back on Monday here with another live stream news video at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then for the rest of the week, it's going to be a little up in the air as far as my video schedule. I definitely plan on having some videos up from San Diego next week, but I don't have, I probably will not have any video up on Wednesday, and then it'll be kind of sporadic, so you'll just have to keep an eye out. But for all the latest, up to the minute Comic-Con news, keep it to the websites. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,